This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
This is Beaverville. Come on in.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know if the day was...
Fast forward, Ed.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic.
Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
Tuesday, September 30th of 2025. This is the Power Trip Morning Show. We're still in two different places because we're in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Chris is on the other side of the globe.
Hi.
He's in London, England. The Vikings traveled from Dublin to London yesterday. Practicing there all week. Playing against Cleveland. I believe they drove. Same hotel as Dublin. What are you looking at?
That light.
Just flickering?
Yeah, that's going to bother me.
Change the light bulb.
I bet I could, but...
How many meat sauces does it take to change a light bulb?
One. I just would need a ladder.
Just turn it on. Play with the switch.
Yeah, play with the switch. Just toggle it.
Yeah, well, turn it all the way up so KFAN.com/watch can...
Nope. Still not working. Sauce, change that light bulb. It's like a strobe light. It'll be fun. We'll rave. John Bonos will be here in a second. Marnie Gellner later. But again, Chris at some point will check in from London. We're trying to figure out a whole bunch of logistical things.
Yeah, man.
Jared's working his magic in London. Is Chris there? Do you have him already, Zachary, or what? Or what's that noise in the background?
What noise in the background?
I don't know. My headphones sound like somebody's connecting.
Same. I heard when I was sitting over there before the show, Zacho, in
yeah,
the spot.
It is kind of noisy, isn't it?
The spot
Super noisy.
You're currently in, I heard like low, somebody was talking and I couldn't figure out what it was. It wasn't the computer.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Yeah, what was the phone? Yeah.
Yeah, now you got rid of it.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, also I heard people talking. Maybe I'm hearing things.
Well, that's a whole different.
Yeah, that's a whole different. We don't need to open that can of worms. But yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying. What is
that?
that?
Phone?
That's the phone.
Oh.
There's no way that the listeners can hear that, but we can.
Yeah, let's hope not. Otherwise, that was just kind of a constant hum overnight, which is, sometimes fun.
Yeah, sometimes fun. You got to pay for that, though.
Yeah, dearly.
Yeah, bonus texted us. Do you want coffee, Zach?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you, though, John.
That's Paul. Man, why can't people just learn names?
Oh, boy. What happened now?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh,
how's
just
Becca?
Great. Never-ending list of inside jokes at the old Power Trip Morning Show in KFAN. It's what we are. Just one giant walking inside joke. It's okay.
Hold on. I'll just text Zach.
It's not worth it, Zachary, but you can guess. John Bonos will be here shortly. We'll get his reaction to the firing of Rocco Baldelli after 7 seasons with the Minnesota Twins. Rocco gone.
That
seems fair. Yep, definitely his fault.
And I thought about it yesterday. See, it is worth it. How's your brother Sam?
Oh, my Lord.
Anyway, this team is a disaster. The ownership is a disaster. We all know all that, right? But like blaming him and firing him being the scapegoat is ridiculous. He brought them to 3 playoff series since 2019. Now, he won the first playoff game since 2002 or whatever it was. They beat the Blue Jays 3-0 in that series, and they moved on, and they just couldn't match up with that powerful Houston team. He's a good manager. I would assume he'll get another job. And what else is it exactly like? I thought of this. Blaming him for the managerial ship or blaming him for what happened with the team is ridiculous. It's like blaming Zach for somebody down the hall swearing on the air.
What else is it exactly like?
It's like blaming Grimace for somebody getting food poisoning at McDonald's.
That was just the second one. That's supposed to be number 3.
I only had 2 of them.
Well,
but it's stupid. It's like blaming the iceberg for the Titanic going down. Move out of the way of it. It's ridiculous that they fired him.
Why couldn't you have done the Titanic thing second and then Grimace third?
Because I was so excited about the Grimace one. I thought of it last night.
And that was Meat Sauce with What Else Is It Exactly Like?
And also, who do they expect's going to come in here and basically coach a AAA team? Like Bruce Bochy was fired from the Giants. Outstanding manager. They're not going to get somebody like that, right? There's a lot of good managers available. I think it's going to be a little bit like Major League, where they're going to be like, nah, let me think about it. Oh, Hawk's here now.
Hey, real quick, anybody get a good sense of smell?
Why?
It smells like something's burning over here.
Sauce, go smell it in there.
Yeah, while you do that, I'm going to make it so Hawk can be on the air with us in a sec.
Hold on. What's going on?
It's
Rhode Island.
Yeah, neither a road nor an island. Discuss. I'll narrate for the people that are listening. Zach's panicking and running into the other room, trying to figure out how to get a Kevin O'Connell show eventually on the air. We're trying to figure out how to get Chris on the air. He thinks something's burning underneath Sauce.
It's kind of hazy in here. Is he high?
50-50. Smells like smoke or not?
Yeah, something's up in here. It's like hazy in here. I don't know. Maybe it's this old computer.
Right,
we're doing good here.
Zach, he says it's hazy. He didn't smell smoke, but he says it's hazy and something's up in here.
There's something in here. The place is on fire. Here's Hawk. Hold on. There you go. Hi, Hawk.
Am I on now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. Hi, guys. Welcome to lovely someplace in England. I'm walking down beautiful steps. I feel like, I'm in, where, how,
hello,
when? I'm here with the real journalists.
Oh.
And they've shunned me. They made me go upstairs to start the show, but
like Alec Lewis.
Yeah, look at them all. Look at these. These are the big time writers in the NFL. Look at them. Look at them all. Look, and Alec is here too. Hava. Hi.
Hey, Alec. Ask Alec if he's got any steam.
Hey guys.
Meat Sauce wants to know if you have any steam.
He keeps texting. He's texted me that like 7 times. I don't. What does he expect?
Make something up. He'll have no idea. Tell him like Carson Wentz won MVP of the league or something. He won't.
I know.
Do you have anything to say about Rocco?
Baldelli? I don't. I don't know. I can't believe I'm on the radio right now.
I can't believe I'm on the radio every day. I'm with you. Right. See, so no comments on Rocco. So you think he should have been fired?
Rocco Baldelli. I mean, he didn't win a playoff game or something, but I think they've got much bigger problems.
I think you're right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now you're off the radio. Look, he was uncomfortable.
Look at how they're all well dressed. They have collared shirts on. They have their laptops out and like.
Are you saying I don't look good? Is that what you're saying? I don't look
I'm just saying I love that we get to dress for radio. The three of us look homeless back here in St. Louis Park. Everybody at that table has a nice collared shirt for England.
Look at this handsome son of a bitch. Look at this guy. Can you believe? Look at.
I look so old.
No, you don't. Oh my God!
I look so old.
You look handsome. Is what you look.
Crypt keeper.
Souhan.
Yeah. That's me.
Hey.
You look good.
Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate that.
Good. He was out there singing.
Yeah, Coach.
Entertaining us and entertaining Kevin O'Connell.
Oh, no. What, you had to sing again?
Yeah. Guess who forced me to sing faithfully to the coach today?
Come on.
Again?
Yeah, that's exactly right. They're laughing at me.
Is that why the bid took so long to get on the air?
Yeah, there's part. Yeah, we were delayed by my concert. It was my first show ever in England. It was beautiful. It was for one person. It was the coach who looked extremely uncomfortable, just like the last coach looked. Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah. So
I got to say, it sounded great.
Thank you very much. See, live from a greenhouse. It's the Chris Hockey Greenhouse Tour of England. Exactly one show. Buy your T-shirts here.
Hey, tell Souhan I'll give him $100 if he rides on his ass on that railing down those stairs. That looks sweet. If he can get from the top to the bottom, I'll give him $100.
Corey Cove,
hands free.
Mr. Souhan. Corey Cove said he will give you $100 to go down that banister without a shirt on. Just ride the banister down for $100.
3 more zeros.
He'll do it for $30,000. He'll do it. Wait, that's $3 million.
Hawks lost.
$100,000.
Hawks lost.
Math is different over here. You guys don't understand.
3 more zeros turned him into $30K.
Yeah. He said for $8 he'll do it.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
No, he's not going to do it.
He's got a nice collared shirt on as well. Everybody's dressed well.
Yeah, no, he looks good.
Yeah,
Can I ask you a real
professionals.
story? I'm asking about Rocco now, okay?
Yes.
Because Alec wasn't sure who Rocco was just a moment ago. He's not sure. He was
He's a football guy.
Yeah, right. He started doing his Rocky impression. Tell me about Rocco and your thoughts on the firing.
Well, I hate it because I think Rocco's like one of the best people I've ever dealt with. I also think it's scapegoating. It's like last year they collapsed. They fired hitting coaches. Hitting got worse this year. So now they fire the manager because Derek Falvey's not going to fire himself. I mean, the poll ads aren't going to sell the team, even though they should. So listen, I mean, Rocco's been here a while. You're going to turn things over eventually. I just think it's scapegoating. I don't think he had, I think injuries and the failure of young players are the reason they stunk.
Yeah.
And I don't think Rocco was the cause of those problems.
I agree. Do you think maybe it was like pulling the plug on somebody who was begging to be let go to heaven?
I actually think Rocco liked the job, and I don't think Rocco was looking to get out. I also don't know if Rocco's going to get another shot, you know? So I really just think it's just the way modern sports works. You need to blame somebody who's the easiest guy.
Yeah. I do believe that if I were to be given odds, I'd give it 3 years before he wins a championship in some other city.
And while beating the Twins in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Of course, that presumes the Twins can make the playoffs. I take it back. Not beating the Twins in the playoffs because the Twins might not make the playoffs for a while. That franchise is in terrible shape right now.
Yeah. What city will the Twins be in when he beats us?
I actually think they will stay in Minnesota. The one good thing about the poll ads is they do not want the team to leave. They don't want to sell anybody. I mean, for all their faults, they are invested in downtown Minneapolis. They don't want the team to leave. I'll give them that.
Yeah. It's good to have you on the show. Thanks for coming on.
Always good to talk to you.
We can take off our shirt and slide down the banister together if you'd like.
We want to do that privately.
Yeah, he's right.
I'm going to turn this thing off, guys. We'll be right back. Thanks, man. So there you go. See, I've done my job now. I got real sports talk on the Power Trip. It's never been done before.
That was pretty solid. No,
That was
Souhan
great,
can bring it.
That was great.
If I show you on camera, are you going to kill me? You can be honest. Okay. This is our head of security.
Go back and talk to Alec more.
Have you had to put anybody in a headlock and strangle anybody yet?
Well, one of the most significant challenges we have is that everybody drives on the wrong side of the road here, and I almost got killed twice on a golf cart.
That is absolutely true. Absolutely. As a head of security for the Minnesota Vikings, what is the worst part of your job? Be honest.
Well, I'm thinking it starts at about 4 o'clock in the morning and ends at about 4 o'clock in the morning. So you just never know what's going to pop up. They take security very seriously over here, and which is a good thing. So don't you feel secure?
I feel very secure, and I'll tell you what, I've been doing things I would never do if you weren't here with me.
Well, just remember, security is a feeling. It's not a thing. So if you feel secure, then you are.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
He's going to kill me one of these days in my sleep, I'm sure of it. He's just going to put me out of my misery. Hey, you ever talk to somebody who you know, like, could snap your neck with your earlobe? It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, what a nice little saying that was. Security is a feeling. If you feel secure, then you are.
That's right.
Yeah.
Put that on a plaque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
The coach is being interviewed right out there by PA right now.
Are you at a church?
I'm not in a church. I'm actually in a greenhouse. This is the media area.
Oh, it's lovely.
That's my mom. They made a statue of her.
Oh, my God. Why is she so short?
That's not actual size, you dumbass. She's holding her boobs because she knows you're watching.
Oh, there's your dad.
So PA made you sing faithfully again to KOC?
He sure did.
What? Come on.
I thought I heard that down the line, and I'm like, I hope that's not what I think it is, but it was.
Why is that a thing?
Yeah. Well, it's become a thing now. And I'm hoping we never have another head coach, so I don't ever have to do it again.
He thinks it's a funny bit, even though you hate it.
Well, here's the thing. I think he wanted me to, because as you can imagine, things aren't exactly peachy over here for your Minnesota Vikings squad right now because of all the injuries and the loss and all that jazz. So I think he wanted something to just kind of cut the tension.
Tension,
that's the word. Thank you. But I think it did the exact opposite. I think he had some kind of attention that he didn't expect when I started singing to him.
Wow.
Oh my God, I'm in front of the cameras. Hold on. Sorry, guys. There's a weird guy wandering out behind the interview. And if you watch it later today on Vikings Entertainment Network, you'll see me walk behind them. Do you see that dog laying right there?
Yeah.
That's a tree stump. A moment ago, I tried to walk up and pet it. If you know what I mean.
Oh.
Look at these grounds. If you're watching on KFAN.com/watch, you'll see me standing out here at I think it's called the Hafe State, something like that. It's been here for a long, long time. It's enormous. It's a golf course. There have been people living on these grounds longer than any people have been living in Europe, as far as they can tell by the remains they've found. How about that?
Wow.
Oh, gross. There's remains just scattered around.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and they let you keep them too. If you find a tooth or a jawbone, you can take it home with you.
That's pretty cool. You do like a Jurassic Park kind of a thing where you just take the DNA and mix it with frog DNA and make some kind of like human frog combo. Sauce, you would love that. Frog's your favorite animal.
Frogs are the absolute best. Don't harm the frogs.
Yeah, they are. I would name it Clever Girl.
Oh. How's Andy?
Get that? Andy's coming in on Thursday. I've got too much to do today and tomorrow, so we're going to be around.
All right, you're cutting out there. We didn't hear like the last 5 seconds.
Something about a tank
look over there,
museum with Andy.
and gentlemen. It's a greenhouse.
It's frozen.
Did you lose me?
Yeah, we lost you for a second there.
I'm sorry, guys. I was walking over too far away. I was going to go take you into the cemetery and we could look at old gravestones together.
That's your thing.
All right, Chris is in London, or outside of London, but in England. John Bonus should be here shortly. We'll talk about Rocco Baldelli with him. Marnie Gellner later. Sauce, hell of a first segment, man.
Yeah, thanks to my amazing friends at Gutter Helmet and GutterHelmetMN.com. Never clean your gutters again.
All right, more of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. It is Tuesday, September 30th, the month of September almost over. This year continues to fly by. We're already 4 weeks into the freaking football season, right?
That?
The season's flying by.
Yeah, it's week 6 on Saturday, the college football season.
Gophers in Ohio State.
How about Ohio's? How many points do you think Ohio State has given up on defense all season?
They played 4 or 5 games? 4. I will say something like, let's go 35.
Zackus?
37.
Is Hogsteady there?
Yeah, here he is.
Hogsteady, how many points do you think Ohio State has given up in 4 games on defense?
Ohio State on defense in 4 games has probably given up 27 points.
He's the closest. 22.
Thank you.
22.
No sports. It's crazy.
22.
22. The entire season, they've given up 22 points?
I mean, they've only
It's
played
about to double that against the
one
Gophers.
good team, but yeah.
How many do you think the Gophers are going to score on Saturday, Sauce?
I think I would take them. I think I would take the Gophers plus 23.5.
Well, that's not going to work on Thursday when Tommy's here because Tommy's going to want the Gophers in the points.
Well, then I'll go Ohio State.
I figured you would.
I'm unstoppable in gambling, so.
Must be nice.
This is how it all begins. You know that, right?
At least on this show, though. I've won 11 straight bets, most of them against Tommy.
I know. That's how they get you. That's how they got me at the casino. They let you win for a while, and then they strap you down and whoop you. And that's what's going to happen to you. And I can't wait to watch it.
What if you like getting strapped down and whooped?
Yeah, like Hogs
Well,
did.
that's what I figure. Well, like John Bonus does.
I don't kink shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bonus probably does. He's getting us coffee. He's running late. I like that he runs late because he's basically an intern for us.
Yeah, he's
Go get us
door-dashing
coffee.
us.
And much like Chris Hovan used to make me pay for his Diet Cokes, John Bonus pays for our coffees.
That's right. Can I show you something that you guys are going to be very jealous of?
Of course.
Just randomly, they have giant bottles of vodka. You can just grab them anytime you want and drink them by the giant bottle.
What?
It's incredible. Do you see those? Can you see them at KFAN.com? Yeah. That's actually water. I'm just kidding. They're giant bottles of water.
It did look like
it
vodka.
Does look
that
like
was
vodka,
believable.
doesn't it? Yeah,
Wow.
I know. That would be cool. Yeah, this is not Russia. How dare you?
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Hey, by the way, I just mentioned Chris Hovan, and it made me remember something I saw this weekend. Did you see, like, Kleinsasser's son is playing college football now? Like, that just, it was one of those, like, wow, this time's a bitch, man. Like, again, it's, 20, almost 25 years since Kleinsasser and Hovan were consistent guests on the Power Trip Morning Show on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And now he's got a kid in college playing football. It's just nuts, man.
He looks like the largest dad in the neighborhood.
Yep.
And you would never know that was Jim Kleinsasser, until he walked over and you saw how big his head was compared to yours.
And his chest, right? That dude's a barrel.
Human being. Right. And I saw, was the son playing college or high school ball in that picture?
I thought it was college, but maybe I just didn't read the caption well enough. I thought it was college football, but maybe not.
Well, I wonder if he's as tough as his dad was. That'd be hard to be.
Hard not to. My guess is they train him well. They seem like the Kleinsassers seem like the kind of guys in general that don't train in a weight room. That they go full on, like let's go out to the woods and chop trees down and then throw the wood over our shoulder and carry him 7 miles back to the house. That kind of thing.
Like they come out of the womb carrying an axe.
Exactly.
And chop down a tree. Yeah, exactly. They have to go back in the womb to get their barbells.
Exactly.
I get it.
He currently plays for West Tonka. It says he's going to UND in 2029.
Oh, okay.
So he must be a freshman in high school.
Damn, okay. So
he's only a freshman. Wow.
But he's already committed.
Well, that's where his old man went.
Right, but he's already committed there?
I guess that's what this says on.
Interesting.
If it's Carter Kleinsasser, I don't know who else it would be. Yeah.
Man,
well,
good for
that's
him.
a picture with his dad. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when he would come on the show with Hovan, and I was just writing this down last night, as a matter of fact, on the plane, when they would come on the show, and when I told them we had a 7-second delay, and they would cuss and then count to 7, and then cuss again, knowing that I couldn't dump the button.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
yeah,
we had a swear jar.
Remember that?
We had
they had a swear jar. That's right. We had and remember, that was before Janet Jackson flopped her boob out on TV and
Correct.
ruined everything for me.
Let me guess.
Yep, she ruined it.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Star would encourage
she ruined my underwear that day. But I mean, honestly, how dare you? Don't you set me up for that? That wasn't my fault. That was your fault.
Quit setting him up.
No. But
sorry, man.
Honestly, they would do that. Remember, they would cuss, and then they would count to 7 together like children, and then they would cuss again, knowing that I couldn't hit the dumb button.
Like I can't remember what we talked about with those guys on the air, because all I remember is that they would swear. They were super nice and funny off the air, but I don't remember what we talked about. Did we talk football? Did we talk? I don't know. What did we talk about?
It was well before
I don't even remember.
You know what it was like? I was just writing this down last night. It was incredible to me because at that point, Starr had just retired, so he was still one of them, but he was like their elder statesman. He was like a veteran on the team, and so they would do stuff and just to make him laugh. They wanted to make Dad laugh. You know what I mean? And it was really something to watch how much they admired him and how much they liked him and how it was just such a different atmosphere. The entire NFL was a different atmosphere back then. It was something else. But yeah, we would talk football from time to time, but they came in even when it wasn't football season because if you remember, they still worked out with Starr during the off season.
Right.
So they would come in and then they would all go over to Milo and lift weights.
That's sweet.
Hovan and Starwood. Kleinsasser would go out in the woods and chuck boulders off of cliffs into ravines.
He would go out and carry caskets full of bodies into the graveyards for local churches just to help them out.
What a beast.
Yeah.
You know what he reminded me of was Shoot from the greatest movie of all time, Vision Quest. That's what Kleinsasser reminded me of. I love that movie. That's who I want, by the way, the St. Paul Saints to bring in next year is Shoot from Vision Quest. And I want to wrestle him in the outfield.
Matthew Modine?
No. That's no. You silly animal.
Who's Matthew Modine from again? What is he from?
Matthew Modine is from Vision Quest.
Yeah. But he's not
Shoot. His nemesis. No. Do you not know Vision Quest?
Got it. No, I've never seen it.
No, remember we talked about this once, and Hawk said this exact same thing, and that he ordered a signed picture from Shoot off like his website.
That's right.
I've never wanted an old school television more than I want it now, so I could slam it shut just to hang up on you guys.
Right.
Watch Vision Quest tonight. Before I get back from you know what? I'm not coming back from England until you watch Vision Quest. All
right, Zach, he said you have to watch it or he's not coming back.
No, so, let me tell you, Zach would like it because there's a lot of gentlemen doing jump roping scenes.
What kind?
What kind of jump rope scenes?
What kind?
Chris, add that to the long list of reasons why you need to watch Stranger Things, because Matthew Modine's a pretty big part of it.
But he's the bad guy.
Well, who cares? Kind of.
I don't know. Yeah.
He's kind of the bad guy. I mean, mostly.
Oh, okay. Well, I only saw the first season, so I don't know.
You would, what do we got? About a month or two before the final season starts airing? You got time to catch up, man. Okay. I think it's 2 or 3 parts. It's one of those bits where they release it in 2 or 3 waves over the course of about a month.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, I don't know for sure that you guys will like it as much as I do, and I'm not sure I would like it as much as I have if I wasn't in Dublin when I was watching it. But I just happened to be in my hotel room searching Netflix and saw the new show, The House of Guinness, which just came out on Netflix. It's done by the same people who did Peaky Blinders.
Yep.
So I was like, I'll check this out. The very first scene is the burial scene for the man who founded Guinness. It's a story about his kids and how they took over Guinness after he died. But his burial scene, the road that his funeral procession is going on was outside the window of the hotel room I was in when I was watching it.
That's a little,
It was the craziest thing.
Yeah, that is really cool.
It was crazy. So the next morning I got up and I walked down the street to the literal House of Guinness where they were living when they were, when this story is based in. So it was right down the street from our hotel and I was watching it. It was crazy. And it's a good show too. Again, the guy who did Peaky Blinders, those guys are great. This is more of a, I had somebody on, you'll like this, Corey. I had somebody on Twitter tell me it was like a mix of Peaky Blinders and Succession.
Succession, yeah. When you said it was the kids fighting over the company or taking over the company, that was the first show that came to mind because Succession is a top 10 show of all time. It's fantastic. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Episode 4, for some reason, just male nudity suddenly out of nowhere. Male nudity. No idea why. Just there it was.
And you said this is called House of Guinness on Netflix, and you said it's episode 4? Did you say how many minutes in this was?
How quickly do you see it?
Strangely enough, 6.9 minutes.
So almost 7 minutes. Okay, perfect.
Almost 7 minutes.
Perfect. Easy to remember.
Yep. Nice.
Front page sports in a second. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
Vegas, your way. Hope you join us out there October 23rd to the 26th as the Power Trip Morning Show takes over Sin City. And again, this time it is Vegas, your way. Fly how you want, stay where you want, party with us at Tom's Watch Bar for a live broadcast, plus 2 football watch parties. Your trip, your rules, but always with the Power Trip. Get all the details at KFAN.com/Vegas.
John Bonus. I'm going to do a quick keyword game with you. I'm going to give. I'm going to say a word. You tell me whether or not this is part of you doing Vegas your way.
Okay, yeah.
Gambling.
Yes.
Alcohol.
Yes.
Prostitutes.
No.
Oh.
No?
Sad.
Pretzels.
No.
What?
Yeah.
Not even at the airport?
Not even at the airport.
No,
barbecue.
Booze at the airport.
Barbecue, yes. Usually, yeah.
Meat sauce.
Oh, yeah. Meat sauce is definitely part of my Vegas plans.
Bathtubs.
No.
Meth.
Oh.
No.
Anarchy.
Maybe.
Existentialism.
Yeah, if you do it right. Yeah, that definitely.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Nihilism.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Do it your way, man.
I mean, that depends on how you're doing at the craps table, a lot of that. But, there have been some existential / nihilistic moments at the craps table.
Flip a coin, right?
Yeah.
What about hanging out with Chris Hockey in the high limit slots?
I would hang out with Chris Hockey, but I'm not really a high limit slots guy.
Okay.
You just walk by and wave.
I like crass hockey.
Yeah.
Chris, John, Chris.
Hey, hi, John. You're not a nihilist. You believe in the Twins, man.
Well, that's...
Do you?
Good question.
Good question.
I'm looking forward to finding out if they believe in the Twins. We'll see.
Let's dive in. Let's do front page sports, and we'll basically let the expert take the reins here.
Time now for Front Page Sports. Presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores. Buy more, save more when it comes to Mountain Dew. You can mix and match any variety of Mountain Dew right now at Holiday, including the new trolley-flavored Mountain Dew. But get some 20-ounces, whatever flavors you want. 3 for $6 for a limited time at our friends at Holiday. Thanks, Holiday. Go get some Mountain Dew.
Hell yeah.
Johnny Bones, the Twins fired manager Rocco Baldelli. 70 and 92 this year.
Yes.
23 and 43 after the All-Star break. 19 and 35 after the trade deadline. He's 44 years old. He was the 2019 AL Manager of the Year. The Twins won 3 division titles with him as manager in his 7 seasons, 527 and 505. That puts him as the 3rd winningest manager in Twins history behind TK and Gardy.
It was a nice run. No question about it. I think of the stats that you put out there, the one that is least relevant is the number he had after the trade deadline. I think this was a fait accompli after the trade deadline was done. He was
Explain what that means to Sauce.
It means it was his fate. It was a fate he could not avoid after the trade deadline. He was. I don't know if they would say this internally. I don't know if they. In fact, I suspect they would not. In retrospect, but I think he was mostly a dead man walking after that trade deadline. There wasn't anything he was going to be able to do to sort of save his job at that point. And I think I think what you saw in the statement they put out, and just I think what you're going to hear more of today as they address it this morning, is they really think he's talented. They think he did a good job. He is, and I think they really value him, and I think they wouldn't mind keeping him in their organization. But ultimately, they didn't get the wins that they needed to get, and there's got to be changes. And we are at the point now where those changes are either fire myself, fire my owners, or fire my manager. And that answer is going to be the manager. That's the way that's going to work.
I promise I was listening to everything you just said. However, I'm also watching.
You're also looking up fait accompli?
No, I'm also watching KFAN.com/watch, and I can't stop noticing the difference between the camera here in the studio and Chris and his iPhone camera in London. Because, John Bonus, when you were talking, it looked like you were in an interrogation room from a Netflix documentary, and you're saying, I didn't do the murder. And Chris's camera looks like it's a dating profile.
Yeah, correct.
His iPhone camera is significantly better than our cameras here. It's not even close.
Yeah, it looks like he's in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, he's just basking in the sun, and you're getting grilled by some investigator, some task force.
Some guy next to a brick wall.
Man.
I just want to point out.
It sucks. I swear I listen, though.
This is Tuesday morning tired's.
Man.
When you just compare hockey, who is in abroad.
Yeah.
And
I don't think he's that.
Not yet.
Well, and John, you're not watching the camera because you're just talking into the microphone. But Chris is like, there's glass windows, so the sun's beating down on his face. He's loving life.
Yes.
You're in a dark room. This sucks.
Hey, Hawk, you got any
Rocco.
friends over there? Oh, Andy. Maybe Andy will get us cameras.
Yeah, maybe so. That's a good
he's
idea.
a rich banker.
Are you guys close enough where you can just ask him to pay for cameras?
He's not with me right now, but he will be on Thursday and Friday, and he's my friend, and I think it's up to me to get cameras, from my friends. So I'm going to definitely try that.
We've asked Bonus, right?
Look at how much better Chris's camera looks. It's not even close.
It's outstanding.
God dang it. Anyway, so Rocco got fired?
Yeah.
I think it's just my natural glow, guys. I
might
don't
be.
mean
It could be,
to downplay your natural glow, Johnny Bones. I'm sitting in the sunshine on an English manner, and I'm not going to lie to you. Things are growing on me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, just things are better. I've talked down to people because I'm on a manner. It's just great.
Fantastic.
I love it.
And imagine what that iPhone camera has seen.
Are we talking? Yeah, don't worry. Don't even answer that.
I do not want to
everything.
imagine that.
Imagine the faces
talking to
it's
the
seen.
You talking to the iPhone?
Johnny Bones, answer the question that Sauce and others have asked about, how do we move on? Who would want this job with this ownership group? Is that a problem almost no matter what? Go on.
Can I tell you? Because I have this written down in my notes. Can I answer the question?
Of course.
Bob Melvin.
Yeah, Bob Melvin is
he coached my squad, right?
Here's the thing. Bob Melvin is a very accomplished veteran coach who was let go yesterday by the San Francisco Giants. But I'll also point out there are 5 other openings at least. Besides, there are four managers fired during the season. I think one of those has been filled, Pittsburgh's. So there's 3 of those still open, and then there were 3 changes yesterday. The Twins were one of them, right? I think we actually, yesterday on the Gleeman and the Geek Patreon podcast, we broke down sort of the 4 types of managers they would have, to go through them quickly. They might go. The first is internal, they just keep. It's not Rocco, but it's basically part of the same team. The second is the same kind of hire that Rocco was, which is, an assistant coach, bench coach, something from someplace, etc. He's going to be brought in. Also, that probably isn't a lot of shake up to the front office. You're not in a position to shake up the front office or to demand more from your leadership if that's your. Third one is a former player. Somebody like Trevor Plouffe was putting out a tweet saying, "How about Torrey Hunter and or Justin Morneau as that?" I would also suggest Nelson Cruz as somebody that could be something like that. And then the fourth one is experienced managers. Bob Melvin was let go yesterday. Bruce Bochy and the Texas Rangers just parted ways yesterday. He would be another example. That is somebody that is probably counter to what the Twins have been experiencing with Baldelli as their manager. That is somebody who probably has boundaries that they feel they can enforce around, they are maybe less collaborative and a little more combative and want, people to butt out. They're going to do things their way, perhaps. But they might need something like that right now at this point. Things have been trending down, and maybe they need a different voice in the conference room. So
I was given another name. Do you want me? Can I tell you another name?
Yep.
Drew Butera, which is a name I seem to remember from the Twins.
Yeah, Drew Butera was a catcher of the Twins. Drew Butera, I just found out when we did the podcast last night, the emergency podcast at 11 o'clock last night, I threw out the name Drew Butera and said, funny you should mention him. He was just fired 45 minutes ago as the catching coach for the Chicago White Sox. Drew Butera is a little bit of in between of those players. He's an ex-player that people know, but he's also been a coach for like the last 2 or 3 years. But he's like he just retired in like 2022.
Low-cost alternative.
That is the advantage, let's see, of internal. That's the advantage of probably, if you're hiring somebody who's a bench coach, that's probably the advantage to, I suppose that could be an advantage to, somebody who's a very recent player and doesn't have a lot of experience. That's probably not going to happen if you're getting a veteran coach like Bob Melvin or Bruce Bochy, because those guys are used to making $4 to $6 million. They've got lots of experience that they can point to, and they're going to be in demand.
They will hire the cheapest option, correct?
Listen, I heard a lot. Maybe. There's probably a factor. I heard a lot of this when they're like, they're not going to fire Baldelli because they're not going to want to pay Baldelli with the 2026. No, that's just part of the cost of doing business. In Major League Baseball, the fact that I always thought the funny thing about the Baldelli contract extension for 2026 being picked up, or the option year that they had on him in 2026 when it was reported mid-season, is I don't know when they picked that up. I suspect it was before spring training. We just didn't hear about it. Because you just don't have a lame duck manager going into the season. It's not smart. So the cost of doing business when you hire a manager is that you're going to pay them for 1 year longer than they actually manage. There's too much risk about bringing in a manager that is a lame duck manager. The risks are on both sides. The first is that players aren't going to listen to them because they're not going to be around next year. They're perceived as somebody who's a short timer. Yeah. The second is that they have a tremendous amount of success, and then they're a free agent, and then you've really got to pay for them because somebody else wants them. And no team does that. The cost of doing business is to do that. So I don't think overall what they're going to do is, if an experienced manager is going to cost them $5 million, an unexperienced manager is going to cost them $2 million, that $3 million is the cost of a middle reliever, a bad middle reliever. So, yes, sir.
Looks like Jonathan Greenard's about to join us. I think Chris is handing his stuff over to Jonathan Greenard.
Early morning.
Live from
Yeah, there we go.
Think so.
Jonathan Greenard, how are you?
I'm great. Even better now. I just got a little lift and, the endorphins are kicking in, so I'm feeling pretty good right now.
I'm glad you wore what you wore. It's 100 degrees in here. We're in a greenhouse, literally.
I literally was on the way over here, and I was like, this breeze is going to kill me. As soon as I got in here, I said, okay, I wore the right attire.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow. That's why I'm in the green. It's not working at all. How you feeling today?
I'm good. We just finally somewhat getting adjusted to that time change a little bit. Guys are pretty much, it's kind of like our off day, so you can come get a lift, just get outside, get the sun, just get a feel for it, get used to it over here, because obviously it's a little bit different, not too much different from Ireland, but being here is just soaking it up, obviously just after the day after the game.
The rest of the guys will ask questions for you in a minute, but guys, one more thing about this. It's been interesting reading stories, and even when we had the commissioner on the pregame on Sunday, this is an experiment for them. A team coming over and playing 2 weeks in 2 different countries. Obviously, we've had teams play 2 weeks in a row, but in the same country. Doing something like this is different. It's something that they had to experiment with, and he said the Vikings were a really good option for that because the ownership is open to it and the coaching staff was open to it, and we do this really well as a team. I shouldn't say we. I have nothing to do with it. You get my point. That said, though, where do you think it lies? Is it better to go from Ireland straight to here and just be acclimated and get that extra week, or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think if they are going to do that, I think the plan that we've done so far is pretty good. Even going back to last week in Ireland, just how everything was just set up. As soon as we got off the plane, just getting our bodies moving. So KO and Tyler do an amazing job, and Joe, our whole staff, pretty much do a really good job of just trying to set us up for their put our best steps forward to kind of get us acclimated as best as we can. Because obviously it's not going to be perfect, but we're professionals at the end of the day. So I think that's the thing that we have to understand is we get paid to be able to adjust to these things. So I think that's the challenge in the midst of it all. Even though people can have their opinions. I mean, we can sit here and say, we wish we would play in the States, but who wouldn't? But obviously it's not our way. But at the end of the day, all we can do is control the controllables and obviously be thankful for this opportunity and just try to capitalize on it.
Go ahead, guys.
Yep.
Jonathan, let's go back before we look ahead to the Cleveland Browns. Let's go back. Yep. Let's specifically talk about the moment you chased Aaron Rodgers down and you knocked the ball out. Can you walk us through that play and then that moment when you realized that you got the ball to bounce loose and hope that one of the Vikings teammates jumped on it?
Yeah, sure. Literally it was a play. I think we were in 2-man-ish, something like that, 2-man, where we have the quarterback. And I just knew before, I was like, listen, I'm expecting him to step up, so I threw my best inside move. Didn't work, but I just knew that I couldn't give up on the play, so I just started seeing him scramble a little bit. And then once I took off running, I was just running for my life, and I see him kind of scramble up. He looked at me slightly, and then when I seen him take his eyes off me, he looked the other way to make sure nobody else on his other side. That's when I leaned in for my shot and hit the ball. But man, I don't know. Man, every time I've gotten the ball out so far here, and it just hasn't come back my way. But I'm just gonna keep working, man. I know that the ball is eventually gonna fall into my favor. And the football gods have blessed us on one of those. But still a great play. I mean, I'm still honored, obviously, to get to play a quarterback like him and obviously get him on the ground. But definitely wish that ball had came our way.
Jonathan, while you were remembering that, you closed your eyes for a minute. Can you see that play in your head? Do you remember it that cleanly?
I try to get rid of it. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you can't control those things. All you control, like in that moment, like I alluded to, was your effort. And I just you know what, I'm just going to keep chasing until that whistle's blown. But who knows? I'm just glad I was able to get him on the ground. But definitely got to get the ball out as well.
Jonathan, you just did something when you gave that answer that you also did last week, which we were asking about a specific play. And you talked a little bit about sort of the overall coverage and defensive scheme you're in stuff, this kind of thing that even that football people like to talk about. But you also talked about specifically almost about it as if it's a martial arts kind of thing. Like, here is, I had to wait until his eyes darted this way, and then I could do that. And last week when you were talking about a sack, you did something very similar. Like, okay, I reached this way, and then they went that way, etc. That's not something we ever talk about. That's not something we ever analyze. But it feels to me like maybe that's a significant something that you guys pay attention to even more so than the defensive schemes and such. Is that true? Is that something that is that what you're training when you're doing things, or is a lot of that just instinctual or from playing, decades of football? Yeah,
kind of a little bit of both. I think just knowing who you're playing against, the quarterbacks become the most athletic people ever whenever you're chasing them. It's kind of like when you're running from somebody, you become the fastest person ever. So, you never can kind of call or kind of just predict what they're going to do. You have an idea, kind of like, let's say this week, with Joe Flacco, he's kind of more of a, we say like an old school, like statue, kind of in the pocket, taller, bigger quarterback. Want to see all the reads, and he's 6'5" and stuff like that. Alluding to obviously Jake Browning back then. I mean, he's more of a smaller guy, but at the same time, he's not the craziest athlete, but he can get it escaping to kind of extend some plays at times. But just knowing your opponent going in each week, it's always kind of, you have to beat your man first, but then obviously you want to finish the play by bringing the quarterback down. So it seems easy because obviously, we're professionals and we have to do it, and there's no excuse about it at all. We got to get the guy on the ground. And that's where we kind of hone in on every week. It's like, what does this guy like to do whenever he is in pressure? Does he like to spin out? Is he a ducker? Is he a person that steps up? Is he step back? Is he a guy that's just going to chalk it on the ground so he doesn't get a sack? You have to know all these things. And I think that going into each week, we have an idea, and then obviously there is the unknown. Sometimes they're going to just run a play or do something that's out of the norm, and kind of get you thrown off schedule a little bit. But once again, I keep alluding to, we're professionals. You got to learn how to adjust.
Jonathan, there's a rumor that the Browns might make a quarterback switch to somebody, Dylan Gabriel, who has never played an NFL game. From a prep standpoint, how do you prep for that? Do you watch his college tape? Is that something you kind of dive into to kind of see those moves that he might make?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate to say. Yeah, I think you can look at a little bit of both. I think he has a little bit of preseason film, but ultimately we're still going to treat him as if he's the starter. I mean, as he's been there, we give everybody who steps on that field the utmost respect, just because, I mean, one, it's an honor to be here, and they choose a one of ones to be here. And two, they've earned that respect. I mean, we can't go out there and say, just because I played in the league for 6 years and this is his first game or whatever, who's to say he doesn't have his best game of his career and still does these things? So you have to honor everybody with the utmost respect. So I'm excited. I'm excited for him to get this opportunity. I'm just excited to get another opportunity to play against these guys. And we're just coming off of an L, so we have no room to treat anybody with any least bit of respect. We got to basically hone back in on the basics and get back in that W column.
Again, live with Jonathan Greenard from the Team Hotel just outside of London, England. I say that, but it's actually about an hour and a half or 2 hours outside of London, England. But a beautiful area, and we're so glad you joined us, Jonathan. Thanks for coming over and making the time. Bringing up the one thing you can't do anything about, I know there's a lot of ways to answer this that are pretty cliche, but as a Viking fan, man, the injuries just are breaking our hearts. How do you guys deal with that mental aspect of knowing so many of your comrades around you aren't able to play?
Yeah, I think just when we all signed up for this, we all understand injuries are the inevitable. Yeah. I mean, it's just obviously based off the spectrum how big or small the injuries are, but things are going to happen. You just obviously hope that it doesn't happen to your teammates, but it's a part of the game. So we just prepare every week. Even the backups, every time we tell them, look, prepare as if you're going to be the starter. You never know in this game. Something can happen literally at the snap of a finger, and you have to go in and perform just like that starter was just in there doing. So we carry that starter mentality for everybody, just kind of like how, just specifically for our room as an OLB room, we know with us, Gink, and DT, even the guys like Bo Richter, Gabe Murphy, Chaz, all of these guys literally have to be ready when their number is called because, God forbid if something else happens like that, they have to step in, so we understand that it happens. We're going to just continue to wish them the best. I feel like those guys are going to want us to play our best and not lose any ounce of sleep over it because we're still have a whole season going on. We're 2-2 right now. We need to get it back in this dub column, and I'm pretty sure if they want to be out there, they're going to make sure that we are going 10 toes down to make sure that we carry that on.
Giant human beings running into each other at full speed, 100%. Trying to get each other to the ground. Yeah. I would guess almost every play something hurts. Yeah. How quickly when you're laying there do you know whether you're hurt or injured?
Hey, man, you got to make a very quick decision or the decision will make it for you.
Yeah, right.
So it's pretty rough. But how I always looked at it, man, listen, if I'm going to be a disservice to my team and I'm not going to be able to help my team, I need to come off the field. I don't care if a guy's out there limping or if he's doing something like that and he's not going to be himself to be able to produce for the team, not just maintain or, stay in your gap and do the things that somebody else can easily do. But if you're not going to be able to win your matchup and dominate your matchup, I feel like you should take yourself out, just honestly for the sake of yourself and the team, just so that we can come back and be 100%. So I've always been like that. There's certain things you can play through. I'm not going to sit here and say every time something comes up, you just sit out for an injury. But and also you have to understand the difference between injured and hurt. So I think that's just a personal thing that players have to deal with. And hopefully the team doesn't have to get involved. Obviously, if they have to pull you out of things of that sort, you should kind of have that own discernment amongst yourself to kind of know when enough is enough and when you need to call it.
A couple more guys, we got to let them get to breakfast or lunch. Lunch over here. So
yeah, exactly right. It's crazy.
Well, you got anything fun planned this week? I know you guys are, on a business trip. This is a career. You have a game to play on Sunday, but do you have anything in London or around London that's just for entertainment in the next 5 days?
Yeah. I think today is kind of like our downer, one of the lower days for us. Obviously, as we pick back up into a regular game week. Some guys are definitely going to probably go see some sightseeing around downtown London. Even though he said it's like an hour and a half out. We kind of prepared for that, knowing that we're going to be a little bit further away, but using this day to kind of just get out, get our feet on the ground, and just under the sun, just be with the guys for a bit, and then obviously we lock back in for business. But yeah, we definitely have some stuff planned. Families, a lot of guys' families are here, so they're going to be obviously just chilling with them. But as we still know, it is a business trip. But today, I think we're going to just probably enjoy it for the sights.
Anybody else? Nope, good. All right, Jonathan, thanks for making the time, man.
Always.
I appreciate it. It's great to see you.
Thank y'all, man.
Absolutely.
Love it. Thank y'all.
I'm going to look like that in a shirt like that eventually. By the time I get back from this trip, that's how I'm going to look in that shirt. you guys. I'm going to sit in this greenhouse until I look like that. Thank you, man.
Good luck with that. Yeah. All right, thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate it, man.
How great, right?
He's the best.
Yeah, he's always the best. All right, we'll come back. We'll do What Really Matters. John Bonus is here. Chris Hockey is live in England. We'll talk to Marnie Gellner later. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan. You're listening to The Fan.
They defined a movement. Now they're bringing it back to life. My Chemical Romance is coming to Target Field on August 24th with special guest Sleater Kinney. Get the full details and your tickets at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
All right, welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. John Bonus is here. Chris Hockey live in England. Let's dive into What Really Matters. Lots to get to here. Marnie should be here in like a half an hour. Hi, Sauce.
Hey, man. How are you?
Here's some sports.
Yeah, man.
The Twins fired Rocco Baldelli. I can't wait to see who they come up with next. Third winningest manager in Twins history. John Bonus, is there a press conference or something you said today? What's the deal?
10 o'clock this morning. They're going to have... often they have 2 days after the season ends, one way or the other. They have a press conference where they have sort of a state of the team and what you can expect in the offseason or what they're kind of reviewing things. A lot of times all of those sort of questions take a back seat if there's been a big change. Last year when Thad Levine left, there wasn't a lot of talk about what to expect in the offseason because people were talking about Thad Levine and what the new shakeup was going to look like. And I think the same thing will be happening with Rocco. But I think there's a lot of good questions that we can kind of glean from that, like how they think they're going to sell this to a new manager. You know?
All right. What really matters, though, is this.
What country has the most time zones?
Gotta think Russia.
Yeah, it's got to be Russia.
Russia.
Including its territories, France has 12 time zones.
France?
The most of any other country.
The territories, that's cheating.
Yeah.
That's cheating.
It's France.
France. You've been to a lot of those, right, Hogsteady?
I've been to some of them, man. I tell you, I'll say it before I say it again. Go to the French Alps. I know that sounds like I'm a hoity-toity guy, but I'm just a hillbilly, and I got really lucky and won a silent auction at a charity event for almost nothing. So we went to the French Alps as a family. It was the greatest trip of my life. I wish I could go back there and live in that week for the rest of my life. It was the best.
French Alps.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, I believe that.
The Wild preseason continues. They host Winnipeg tonight at 7 o'clock. The regular season opener is a week from Thursday at St. Louis, and the home opener is a week from Saturday against Columbus. What really matters, though, is this.
It takes roughly 540 peanuts to make a jar of peanut butter.
I was going to guess 535.
Yeah.
I've watched how it's made. It's pretty fascinating.
I freaking love peanut butter.
So good.
You do?
It's elite. Yep. Sure do.
What do you put it on?
Stuff.
I just never know what you're going to like.
Right, correct.
Like. Does your dog like peanut butter?
But it's okay because it's my dog.
Yeah, no, I get it. I wasn't questioning that.
Like, do you put it on toast?
Sure.
English muffin?
No.
Outstanding on an English muffin. Outstanding.
Just put regular butter.
Late.
Hold on, what's your problem with having it on an English muffin?
Just put it on a piece of toast. What does it have to be on an English muffin?
English muffin's too fancy?
Yeah, what's your problem?
What's the English?
Quit asking questions.
Or is it muffins?
Chris, you were saying?
I know we went along with Greenard, so I'm not going to spend too much time breaking things down for you because we got to break sometimes now. But, man, the eggs over here are weird. They freak me out.
Yeah.
They freak me out.
In what way?
They're runny and they're like they look different colors, and I know there's nut preservatives and stuff, but I like preservatives.
Yeah, same.
How about the
Give
bacon?
Me preservatives. The bacon looks not like bacon. Looks like they took a cheese grater to the side of a pig.
Oh.
Yeah, look, I know the food over there is probably healthier, but I like artificial food coloring.
Yeah, same.
I like my food to be processed as much as possible.
I like my chicken bleached.
Sure.
Yeah.
So when they
does Glenn Taylor.
when you get the English breakfast there, where you've got all the different 8 different things on the plate, right?
Yeah.
What are your go-tos, Mr. Hockey? And first, what I really want to get to is, where does blood sausage rank?
Oh, golly, ma! I don't know.
Is it at the top or is it at the bottom?
No,
it's the blackish-looking stuff that's kind of meatish.
Gross.
No, but I mean, I don't know what it is. You know?
Yeah, no. Well, that's true.
It's just, my God, I saw it this morning. You know, breakfast is my worst because I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody. The eggs gross me out.
Mm-hmm.
The bacon's not bacon. I don't know what animal that was, but I'm telling you, it's not bacon. And
baked beans? What do you think about that for breakfast?
Why is it always baked beans? Why do they want to? Why do they want me to start my own jazz band over here?
Yeah, correct.
I can't eat beans that often.
Hawk's 100% correct. Why is it baked beans?
Why is it always baked beans?
Every time we've been there and we get those, hotel breakfasts or like continental-esque breakfasts, I walk up and down the aisle, and breakfast is like one of my easiest meals, right? As somebody who eats like I do, there's a lot of options.
Sure.
In England, I basically walk the line and go, nope, nope, and then I get to the end and they have those the British Frosted Flakes, which they call Frosties, and I grab about 6 boxes of those and I walk back and sit down and have a cup of coffee and 6 Frosties. Zach, your hand.
Quick on-air production meeting. Hawk, can you give us a little bit more volume?
I'm sorry. Yes, I absolutely can. I had to.
There we go.
Hi, Pete. Come on over if you'd like. I had to cut the sleeves off my shirt. Sorry.
To look like
I'm so
Greenard.
hot. I can't stand it. It's so hot in here. And Pete's going to back me up in a minute. I literally am sitting in a greenhouse. I didn't know I was going to be sitting in a greenhouse. I got jeans and a long sleeve shirt and a vest on, and I had to cut the sleeves off. So I had to ask the gentleman in the kitchen if I could have some scissors, and he said, why? And I was embarrassed. So I said I was going to cut some paper, but I had to cut the sleeves off my shirt. So
Are you in a biker gang?
Dude, you have no idea how hot it is in here. Am I right, Pete? It's insane. I should get a towel and just sit here as if I'm doing it in a sauna.
Well, it's a greenhouse. Didn't you see Frosty the Snowman? You can't just hang out in there with no repercussions.
You're so right.
Oh, poor Frosty.
You're so right. I should have thought of that.
Yeah.
I'm Hockey the Snowman.
Oh.
That son of a bitch lasted like 5 minutes.
Poor Frosty.
Immediately melted.
Why
Okay,
are you
I'm
in a
back on now,
greenhouse?
Zacho.
Why in a greenhouse?
I don't know, but it's so hot.
Why did you sit up in a greenhouse? Can't you go outside?
What are you questioning Jared's ideas over there, John Bonus?
No, this is where the media's at. So it's just.
I got you.
That's how it goes. Hi. I'm sorry. These are my sleeves.
I do like the Vikings just trying to sweat out the media.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You did cut the sleeves off, and you're working.
Tomorrow we're setting up in the meat cooler. You enjoy.
Oh, she's putting up a screen. Oh, thank you so much.
This Chris is basically on day 2 of Survivor.
Yeah, correct.
He's giving himself like a bandana. He's cut off his sleeves. He's sweating.
Tom Hanks.
He's complaining about the food.
Guys, last night, I'm pretty sure a monkey came into my tent and had his way with me.
Wow. Who's that behind you? Is that Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast.
I think it was Jared.
Oh.
It might have just been Jared.
Jared was one behind him, or Jared was the monkey?
That is not Jared.
A little bit of A, a little bit of B. All right, let's catch up because we ran super late with Greenard. Paul, your hands up, though?
We have since KOC is speaking to the media, we have a bunch of breaking news about Vikings injuries and their plan this week.
All right, let's walk through all of those when we get back. Chris is in England. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
Bonus Bucks is back on KFAN. We have 9 chances for you to win $1,000 every weekday. That's every hour from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. To enter the keywords, learn more, head to KFAN.com. Bonus Bucks is presented by 2 men and a junk truck.
All right, Power Trip Morning Show. We're back into what really matters. We'll do scores and stats around the world of sports, and then Sauce will change your life. But Sauce, you might be doing both because it sounds like you have a lot of updates. KOC was speaking to the media in England. You have a lot of injury updates that we can walk through. And again, Chris is live in England. Bonus is here. Marnie will be here in a second. Paul, the floor is yours.
Alec Lewis tweeted 10 minutes ago, Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell said that Andrew Van Ginkel is not expected to practice this week, and they are evaluating every avenue and all options to getting him feeling 100% and back out there. He has a neck injury.
Oof. So it's a neck injury.
Yep.
We're here live in lovely old, jolly old England town, and Pete Bercich has joined me. If you can watch us at KFAN.com/watch, that's the great Pete Bercich.
I wanted to come out here just to bake.
Yeah, no, you're not done yet. I'm going to have to roll you over in a moment.
Hi, Pete.
We're doing what really matters, so we'll keep these. We'll do this really quickly. But didn't Van Ginkel have neck problems before we signed him? Is that what his issue used to be?
I believe so.
I think so too. Yeah,
so it's in his history. Whether or not this is the same thing or something different, you don't know.
It's such a huge miss to not have him on the field, isn't it?
It is, but then again, it's a huge opportunity for Dallas Turner.
Yeah,
right. He's got to take advantage of the opportunities that are there. It's never a good thing when you get a teammate injured, but it's the next guy up, and you have a first-round draft pick right behind him.
Yeah.
So, you hope that he can pick up the slack, and the difference in the run defense right now with Van Ginkel, and it matters. He's so good in space. He's so good on the edge. Replacing him is going to be extremely difficult in that regard.
There you go. What else you got, Saucy?
Well, by the way, a day and a half ago on Twitter, Sauce tweeted, quote, Dallas Turner is a bust.
I did tweet that.
You did tweet that. That was Sunday morning. Dallas Turner is a bust.
Wow.
Well, I'm just saying, is he breaking news now, or what? I mean, what are we doing?
I don't know. He has broken a lot of news, Pete. He does a lot of scooping while pooping.
Yeah, that's it, scooping while pooping.
Yep, he sits on the toilet and people send him information. Sauce, the floor is yours yet again.
Let's see here. Now you want like a group of owls is called a what?
Oh, we've done this one.
Hooters.
Hang on.
Brilliant.
Howl?
It's something weird. Crows are a murder. We know that. But it's something weird like that.
A den?
No.
Just tell us. We don't remember. Our memories are terrible.
It's one of the best brands of cigarettes.
A Marlboro.
A group of owls is called a parliament.
Parliament.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you. Back to me. Vikings head coach KOC said that right tackle Brian O'Neill has an MCL sprain. They called him week to week because of the bye week. The short-term IR is not expected.
So he might not play Sunday, but they expect him back by the Eagles game post-bye.
That's what that means, yes. Pete, your thoughts?
Yeah, Pete, I have a question for you regarding that exact thing.
I was
Because
going to say better an MCL than an ACL.
yeah, and didn't somebody say, was a coach that said? Somebody said to PA that we might have won that game if O'Neill hadn't gone out. Do you agree with that assessment?
Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look back. I mean, it would have helped.
Yeah.
No question about it. But it every time you lose somebody in the offensive line, especially a guy that you expect to be there, right? Then you decide that you have to help him out, and that's one of the things I saw. You definitely saw with T.J. Hawkinson is he's chipping his way out all the time, and that limits the routes that a tight end can run. It limits, there's a lot of adjusting on the fly when you lose a guy you're counting on, and you lose a center too. So there's just a lot of. It's hard when those guys haven't practiced all week. But yeah, he would have made a difference, and it ended up only being a 3-point game. So unless he's talking about a specific play, right, that kind of thing, I don't know. I haven't dug into it.
Hey, Pete, dumb question. But if you are just decimated at one specific position and you're on a 12-day European trip, how easy is it to get somebody off the waiver wire and get them over there and acclimated and practice? Like, theoretically, like if they don't have somebody to play a position, what do they do
That's
for the
exactly
Cleveland
what you
game?
do. If you find somebody, you throw them on a plane and bring them out here. Man, that's what you have. That's what you have to do. That's why.
What a mess.
This is all new. Don't forget. Right?
I mean, how about just managing injuries? You've got so many things that are going on. You don't have your usual facilities. Usually, even if you've got back-to-back road trip games, you're coming home. You get to go to TCO Performance Center to get this stuff taken care of. Now you're trying to manage all this stuff on the fly while you're 6 time zones away. It feels like is this something that they're are they running uphill because of that as well?
We lost him.
I think we lost him.
We got him on video.
And lastly, the Vikings are looking to get quarterback J.J. McCarthy back on the practice field this week, Thursday or Friday. So these are the first steps he's taking to possibly start, I would guess, against
the
Philly.
Eagles.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, get him back out there.
My turn
as
again.
possible. Sure. By the way, I'm watching the video.
Yeah,
Chris and Peter are still talking. My guess is they're still talking about how to replace right tackles if they're injured. But again, we lost them, so they're still on the video. I don't think they can hear us, and we can't hear them.
Hey, Zacho.
So they're still going, though.
You
looks
might
like they're having
know
a great
this.
conversation.
What, Zacho?
Yes, sir.
Google Images was created why?
I'm not sure.
Jennifer Lopez wore that green dress at the 2000 Grammys.
Oh, okay. Man, we are missing some great stuff here.
Yeah, they're still going.
Probably call Hawk. Hey, Siri, call Hawk.
Call hogs. They are going, man.
Yep. They're going to be heartbroken when they realize the last minute and a half of injury replacement talk.
If you're
is...
on KFAN.com right now, /watch, look at the like, what would the name of this podcast be? Hawks Sleeveless.
And now they both stopped talking. I think they're finally realizing right now that we didn't hear a word they just said for the last 2 minutes. Yep, it's happening.
I'm trying to call him.
Yep, they can't hear us.
No.
It doesn't matter. What were we talking about? Is it my turn, your turn? What are we doing?
I mean, I think that's about it. How about this one? Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill, not only did he dislocate his knee and break everything else, he tore multiple ligaments in his knee.
That's the update from this morning?
Yeah. He's having surgery to repair the significant injury today.
Yeah, so last night they were tweeting that he was going to be hospitalized overnight. Season-ending injury, dislocated knee for Tyreek Hill. They were checking for ligament damage, cartilage damage, broken bones, nerve damage, blood flow issues. Like they were doing the whole thing, Johnny Bones. They were looking to see if this was a significant, maybe like a Teddy Bridgewater.
I was going to say, this sounds like the Teddy Bridgewater
That's what
situation.
Hawk said off the air, that it's pretty much the same thing.
Yep.
Was it a non-contact injury? I didn't see I wasn't watching the game. You guys watch it?
I did not see
I saw
the
some
injury.
of it, yeah.
Two touchdowns, both to Darren Waller. The Dolphins get their first victory of the year, 27-21 over the Jets. The Jets are 0-4.
They're not a good team.
This time last year, everybody thought, or 13 months ago, everybody thought that team was going to be a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah.
The Jets.
Rodgers, yeah.
No.
What a disaster.
Right.
The Eiffel Tower was originally made for Barcelona.
Really?
Yep.
The French stole it.
I guess, yeah.
It's hard to steal. That's a heist. Stealing a tower.
Yeah. Didn't
under the cover
David
of darkness.
Copperfield do that?
It made the Statue of Liberty disappear.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
I've got a similar what really matters about the Eiffel Tower for the next time around.
Okay. What were you going to ask, Corliss?
I'm going to see the Eiffel Tower in Paris and then see the Eiffel Tower in Vegas about 3.5 days apart.
Which one are you more excited for? They're not listening. The one in Vegas. The Eiffel Tower in Paris, have you ever been?
Have not.
It's cool. It's like, you can't believe it. You're like, wow. And then you're like, okay, now what? And that's just my attitude. But like the area around the Eiffel Tower is outstanding.
Yeah.
There's all these cute little markets and stuff. It's cool, man. The area around it is cool. But like, are you going to go up in it?
I don't know. All I know is the way you just described seeing it and being immediately underwhelmed and like, now what? The only thing I can think of like that in the United States, where the second I saw it, I'm like, that's cool. And then 0.7 seconds later, I'm like,
guess?
Now what? Yeah, I think we've talked about it on
The
the
Arch in St. Louis.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Just a gigantic waste of time. It is when you're driving on the highway and you're like, hey, there's the Arch. And you get closer and you're like, that's it? And the area underneath there's almost nothing there. It's just an arch. And then you ask yourself, well, what did I expect? I don't even know what I wanted it to be. I just was like, that's it? It is, I would argue, the exact same thing as the cherry and the spoon. You see it for a second, you go, that's cool. Now what?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to feel the same way about the Eiffel Tower as you did, but we'll see.
Are you going to the Louvre?
Yeah.
So my recommendation is after that, make sure you get tickets. We didn't. So we just wandered around the town and I just drank wine.
That must have gone well.
Oh, it went great. It was outstanding.
Yeah, you want to get Louvre tickets ahead of time.
No, last year I did it.
Oh, got it.
Go to the other side of the Louvre. Go to the towns behind it. It's so cool. It's like it's sweet, dude. You can't, that whole area is great. Once you get out of like main city Paris, it's fun, man. France is kind of cool. Paris, the people aren't very friendly, but once you get outside of it, it's awesome, man. The town behind the Louvre is sweet.
You know, your question, though, about which one am I more excited to see? One I've never seen, and one feels like home.
Vegas your way. Did Hogs pass?
He's working hard on whatever's going on out there. I'm watching him.
They're trying to figure it out.
I finally took him off because it was kind of weird. Him with his. I'll bring it back up for a second.
Here's my Eiffel Tower fact.
The sleeveless thing.
When the Eiffel Tower was built, it was the tallest man-made structure in existence.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, do you know what the tallest man-made structure in existence was just before the Eiffel Tower?
So approximately what year is this? Is this like late 1800s?
Yeah, late 1800s.
The Fauché Tower.
No, that was 1930.
Big Ben?
The pyramids.
It was the Great Pyramid, which was built 4,000 years earlier.
No, that was the 1800s.
You know that bit?
No, I don't think I ever heard this bit. Who's
a PA once said on the air and was nominated for preposterous statement that the pyramids were built in the 1800s. That was a statement that did not win. That's how preposterous what we say on this station tends to be, because that did not win.
Clearly, there's some fixing going on in the preposterous statement tournament, because when my Shohei Ohtani one can't take it, when it loses out, I mean, I lose all faith in the system.
That should have won.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, they still make that joke. They were talking about the other day about how the big dumper Cal Raleigh wouldn't fit on the Twins roster.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like the Josh Hamilton home run derby. Everybody remembers that he didn't win.
No, he didn't.
No.
Yeah. Who won that?
Morneau.
No,
Future Twins manager?
The preposterous statement tournament? It was
Tommy's won it multiple times.
Oh, was it Rosie when he said Hooters was a family restaurant and it was just a pregame spot for movies that Nick picked?
It might have been the Thielen one.
Carolina Panthers Super Bowl contender.
The Carolina Panthers. I think it was Thielen.
See, I hate those ones because those are always hindsight
and what's
preposterous.
he supposed to say?
Right. Of course he went there thinking that they could do well. I don't like those ones that are ridiculous in hindsight.
Corey really wanted Rosie to win.
Again, whenever I love a quote, though, it curses it. Because I just scream, I'm like, this is the winner.
It's like a State Fair t-shirt.
Yeah, there's just no chance. Once I plant my flag in a quote, you might as well just say it's gone in round one. Not going to happen. The news is next. We'll see if we can get Chris connected and Pete connected back from close to London, England. Marnie should be here in a second. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
The Fan.